Alright, what's up with the YouTube fam, man? I'm back again with another video. And listen, man, before I even move forward into this video, I just want to tell all my supporters out there that's rocking with me and rocking with this channel that I hope that all of y'all have a good day today, and I hope that all of y'all can get everything that y'all want out of y'all day during y'all day. But enough of that, I just want to see y'all some positivity. But let's get straight into this story. And another thing that I want to say before I move forward into this story is that I want to say RIP to this young lady, and I want to send my condolences out to the people who have a real genuine love for her. Now this situation right here is crazy. It's got a lot of twists and turns. I ran across it a couple of weeks ago, but I didn't feel like I wanted to talk about it without having enough information on the whole situation. But I do have enough now, and we're finna get straight into it. So the story is about Miss Zoe Felix, and I'm saying Miss, but you know, she's a child. She was 5 years old, and she was living with her mother, right? And she was living with her family members and stuff like that. But her mother ultimately ended up kicking her out of the house. Yes, her own biological parent kicked her out of the home. Now, Zoe was in a neighborhood where she was around a lot of loving people. And, you know, I feel like that the system dropped the ball multiple times in this situation. Within the last year, they had over 9 reports of neglect and all type of different things that was going on inside of this home. And they also stated that there were no utilities in the home as well. Now, Zoe would go over to the neighbors' houses and she would ask for food, she would ask for water, she would ask could she stay there and things like that. Now, I feel like that, you know, if a child comes to my house and I'm already knowing the conditions and stuff like that, I'm going to try to, you know, help as best as I could. And I feel like that a lot of people thought that calling, you know, I think it's DSF or DFS or something like that, that's like Child Protective Services and stuff like that. They thought they were going to help, but if you know, like I know, a lot of the times they don't help or they don't get there in time when it's real deal neglect going on. Zoe ended up living in a tent in the woods with her father, her sister, and her father's friend or friend of the family. Now this fool, he took her life. The friend did, yes. I don't understand why, and he took her innocence as well, and y'all know what I mean when I say that. Now this is just so scummy. It's just sad, bro. You know, they went to the house multiple times before this happened, and they had no contact. And I feel like that, you know, me personally, man, if a child coming to my house continuously, I'm going to try to take the child to the police station or something like that, because we got to do something about this. You know, they said they had to take the child baths and clean her up and stuff like that, and that's a lot of stuff for me, man, you know. And it's another thing that I want to say to y'all about this whole situation is that they had reports of drug use. They had 6 investigations. The 9 reports and the 6 investigations took place all in 1 year. All of this shit took place in 1 year. Another thing that I wanted to say was that the guy, he's in jail right now, and I feel like that, you know, when it's a situation like this, it should be open and shit. Y'all know, if y'all been rocking with my channel, I say that all the time. But we finna go ahead and get into the story. It's a lot of details that I left out because I want y'all to see these details inside of the story, and some of the details I didn't get a chance to look at also, because, you know, these are slick reaction videos at the same time. But I did do my research on this to a certain extent, but I did just find one video a while ago that I had to throw in here that I didn't get a chance to watch. But let's go to get into this, and I want to know your thoughts and opinions on this situation. I feel like that the mother, she's scummy. She's the scum of the earth, and a lot of things that need to happen to her as well. And the father, I don't know what he was doing, how he can drop the ball in this situation. You know, my child will be up under me, under surveillance as much as possible. I don't give a damn if we're in the woods, in the store, whatever the case may be. I'm monitoring my child, especially around other men and stuff like that. I just couldn't do that. But it's junky behavior, the junky vibes, all of that just screams junky, because a real active father not finna do that, you know, especially having them living in tents and stuff like that. That shit just crazy to me. But let's get into this. I want to know your thoughts and opinions on this situation. And yeah, man, y'all hit the like button if you're rocking with the channel, and let me know your thoughts and opinions one more time. I'm just saying that over and over because I really want to know your thoughts and opinions on this. This little girl did not deserve what she went through. Let's get into this.
We have more breaking news today. Late today, we got our hands on new details in the case of Zoe Felix.
Remember her? She's the 5-year-old Topeka girl who was raped. We've obtained her file from the Department of Children and Families. It was something KCTV5 Investigates pushed for following the public outcry in Zoe's case. Here's what that report reveals. There were 9 reports combined into 6 investigations into her home life. All took place within the past year.
The most recent report took place about a month before Zoe died. DCF was warned there were no utilities in the home and drug use. The agency reports they tried to contact the family 7 times over the next month, which included 5 home visits, but they never made contact.
It is believed that Zoe lived her final weeks in a tent with her father, sister, and 2 other men. Now Michael Cherry is charged in her.
Since this tragic death, lawmakers at the State House are pressing leaders at the Child Welfare Department for answers. Fox 43 News Capitol Bureau reporter Rebecca Chung was there during a meeting at the State House today. She also spoke with neighbors who say the state is not doing enough.
Well, it's the same sentiment we're getting from lawmakers here at the State House. Their question is, what is the state doing to prevent something like this from happening? Now, they did go into a closed session with DCF officials, but I was able to speak with neighbors who are frustrated that it even had to get to this point. New video of Zoe Felix, a vibrant 5-year-old who used to wander this Topeka neighborhood. A neighbor provided the video to us and says that Zoe was like family.
It's like, hey mom, you know. Well, hey baby, what's going on? You know, she was just the sunshine in the rain, really.
Shaniko Bradley says Zoe used to come over to her house often, asking for food, water, and just to play with other neighborhood kids.
We would clean her up and, you know, comb her hair, or, you know, whatever needed to be done.
Neighbors say Zoe's mother kicked her out of their home, along with Zoe's teenage sister and father. The group was living in a homeless camp where she was.
Zoe did not deserve to be in anybody's woods. This is her home right here. She has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people that would do anything for her.
Investigators say the man arrested, Michael Cherry, knew the 5-year-old, but as of Wednesday afternoon did not disclose the details of that relationship. Meanwhile, neighbors are speaking out about the time leading up to Zoe's death, including what they say were countless complaints to DCF. In the weeks leading up to her, they say there was no running water in Zoe's home and that she would often roam the neighborhood streets unsupervised.
It was always a, can I stay? Can I stay? Can I stay? Normally when a kid is persistent about staying like that, something's wrong at home.
Okay, now that lady that just got through speaking, a lot of people are on her case about not letting her stay. Now, you know, I can understand a lot of people's frustrations and things like that, but you know, at the end of the day, the parents still had custody of the child. There's not too much that you can do without going to jail. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being logical, which I was a little bit frustrated, but when I start thinking logically, I realized she can't do nothing. But, you know, me personally, man, you know, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I'm really, you know, sentimental when it comes to kids and older people. I damn near probably would have had to go to jail. If you come to me begging me to stay, you need something to eat and shit like that, man, I'm damn near finna try to do what I can to make this right. You know, but like I said, you know, the people over there probably thought that calling, we call it CPS here, Child Protective Services. They probably thought that doing that could possibly or potentially be the best that they can do at the time. And legally, that is pretty much all you could do. But I feel like when a child is wandering and all over the place and stuff like that, yeah, she needs to be in some type of care. And I feel like that I damn near would have just kept her at the house. I can't blame nobody for doing what they. But she lost her life, so I can understand why people trying to blame people and stuff like that. But the dude who needs to be blamed is the dude who took her life, and the parents too. It's just too much, bro. I just want to say that the woman, she was trying to do the best that she could. I feel to the best of her abilities or the best of her knowledge. I know a lot of people ain't trying to hear that shit, so yeah, I'm just telling you, I was on social media and different platforms that I looked up on the internet and stuff like that, and comment sections and stuff. People was really on her case, and that's crazy. But I can understand the frustration also. Let's get back into it though.
You know, the neglect that was going on, she's always dirty. No food unless some of us fed her.
I can't take
She
that.
was always eating candy, you know, just those kind of things. But they didn't obviously take it serious.
Kansas lawmakers are also frustrated. They say the Department of Children and Families needs to do more.
We have to do more. This is unacceptable.
We really need a deep dive on why is the system failing.
Child welfare leaders say they're not able to comment publicly on the issue, entering a closed meeting with lawmakers Wednesday.
I actually do not have the legal ability to say anything in a public setting until certain additional things happen related to making a finding of abuse or neglect.
And right now, the governor is not commenting on this situation. I also saw the mother outside her home this morning. She's also not speaking tonight. But an investigation is underway, and we've also sent in an open records request to get more details on what actions DCF did and didn't take in this situation and what led up to Zoe's death. For now.
Now look, she says she just basically said that they gotta have proof of what's going on before she can do certain things. I feel like if you can put all our tax dollars into tapping phones, doing wiretaps, checking certain things, investigating drug dealers and stuff like that, you can take the extra step out to monitor and check on certain people's utilities. See if they got running water, see how long the water been off, see if they got lights, see how long they been off. Check on certain things that you can check on. You know, circumstantial evidence always leads to a guilty verdict and things like this. So why not try to do your best to try to figure out what's going on with a child? I feel like, you know, I'm just hypothetically speaking, people in higher places don't really give a damn about these kids when they're in danger, because half of the people that's involved with these, you know, quote unquote child protective services and stuff like that, they really do be in on certain things like that when it comes to taking innocence and, you know, putting them in traffic. Yeah, I know what I'm saying when I say what I say. Yeah, I feel like they should take the extra step, go the extra mile to do their due diligence to check and see what's up with these children before they just go ahead and just throw it to the wayside. Because if it was me on the other foot doing the investigation, we finna take it there. We finna see what the hell going on with these kids. Because I put myself in their shoes mentally and damn near spiritually, man. I be down there like visualizing what they could be going through at the time, and it just really bothers me, bro. I know a lot of y'all say this like me being an empath or whatever the case may be, but I'm telling y'all, bro, I damn near can see it vividly, and I just can't, you know, just my imagination just goes all over the place when it comes to situations like this. And it's got to be very, very horrific, knowing that you can't even do nothing about what's taking place. You're not strong enough, you don't have the willpower or none of that to go ahead and fight through these type of cases and situations, because they are an adult, you know. Let's get back into it though.
The Capitol, I'm Rebecca Chung.
Tonight, Kansas Department for Children and Families has released its summary report for Zoe Felix. And it is a rundown each time the agency was asked to step in and investigate the 5-year-old and her family leading up to her death. 20 Capitol Bureau reporter Rebecca Chung has been working with DCF to obtain this report, and she's breaking down the details tonight.
Well, as you know, police say Zoe Felix was the victim of. Now DCF releasing this summary report 2 weeks after her. And according to the report, it substantiates an abuse case filed with the agency after Felix's. A physical abuse case has yet to be determined. The report also shows Zoe's family declined state-offered services several times. Now, according to DCF, 9 reports were made about Felix in total. 6 were assigned for further investigation. The 3 reports that were not assigned were combined under an open case. We have a full timeline for each case up on our website and a look at the agency's next steps. And we'll continue to keep digging into this case and getting you more answers as we uncover them. For now, reporting in downtown Topeka, I'm Rebecca Chung.
In other news now, Republican state leaders are also responding to DCF's report. They say that Governor Kelly's administration failed to protect Zoe Felix. Senate President Ty Masterson and House Speaker Dan Hawkins released a joint statement tonight. They say in part, this coming session, the legislature will act to create an independent office of the child advocate to bring real accountability to the child welfare system. The system is failing multiple kids, and its failure to protect Zoe Felix is the final indication that it's only bringing accountability is to create independent offices outside of this administration. Rebecca also spoke with political experts to get their take on why DCF and the governor have been pretty slow to respond to this case, and here's what they had to say.
Why aren't we seeing her speak out as much on this situation? Michael, if you want to go first, then Bill.
Sure. Governor Kelly is very cautious by nature. She's not one to just blurt out things. Again, this case involves a minor, and it requires quite a bit of investigation and so on and so forth. And I suspect that she's working internally and she's being Laura Kelly. And Laura Kelly is very, very cautious. That's how she approaches things, especially.
I don't like that. It should be no cautiousness in this shit at all. Get out there and do your best when it comes to these situations. We need people, public figures, leaders and shit like that who willing to step out and be loud, be, you know, obnoxious or whatever the case may be. Why the hell are you sitting back being so conservative when it's a situation that's potentially becoming a wildfire in every way that you can think of. You know what I'm saying? People are dying rapidly. Stuff is happening to these children rapidly. It's a lot of shit that's happening consistently. If they see leaders and things like that out there with pouring outrage, they will slow this shit down just a tad bit. Now, I'm in the know that it'll never stop, but I'm pretty sure it'll be somewhat of a slight difference if we have people out there like really putting their best foot forward to try to stop these situations from reaching this type of plateau. This is crazy. You just sitting back letting this shit go because you want to chill. Hell no, let's get back into it though.
Lightning rod things like of a child.
The administration is supposed to investigate and get the facts, and in fact our system of government has a lot of built-in mechanisms so we don't rush to judgment.
Murder of Zoe Felix. 13 News late today obtained the police incident report through an open records request. The first page of the offense report is public record. Zoe's name is redacted, but it lists the offense as capital and the type of force or weapon as personal. An accompanying narrative provided through our request states the initial 911 call came in at 5:55 Monday night, reporting a 5-year-old unresponsive next to the gas pumps at the Southeast 29th and California Dillons. An EMT arrived on the scene 1 minute and 44 seconds later and started CPR 2 minutes 21 seconds after arriving. At 6:21, ambulance crews requested Topeka police come to the hospital because of suspected abuse, and at 6:39, Zoe was pronounced.
While
the narrative redacts several entries, it does show that by 6:56 Monday night, officers had moved their investigation to the north end of Dillons. That is the field that was taped off with crime scene tape until after 4:30 Tuesday afternoon, with tents and other items seen in the trees. The narrative identifies Zoe's father as being present, but blocks out her name as well as the names of 2 others at the scene, a 19-year-old woman and 25-year-old man. 25-year-old Michael Cherry is the man who was arrested that night and is now charged with capital murder in commission of a rape. He remains jailed on a $2 million bond. Downtown Topeka will be the site of a peaceful protest this weekend in response to Zoe. Organizers are calling on Governor Kelly to have a special session to address what they say were failures in the system. The march begins 5 o'clock tomorrow at Evergy Plaza. 13 News will bring you coverage of the event.
Okay, now listen. The part that you just heard, I did save that because I feel like that if you're a supporter of mine and you make it to the end of my videos, it's certain things that you should be able to see that others don't, who probably already clicked off, or YouTube put up too many ads for them or whatever the case may be. But my real bona fide supporters, I'm gonna start doing that a little bit more often. But basically, you heard that the father was there, right? Now, with the drug use and things like that potentially being involved, I'm pretty sure we all got the idea of what took place. And if you don't have the idea of what took place, I'm gonna tell you right now, I feel like that it was a trade. Give me this, you can have her. I just think that it went a little bit too far, Well, not a little bit, a lot. But y'all get what I'm saying here. I just said what I said just then. But y'all understand totally what I'm trying to get at. And I feel like there's some sick shit, I feel like they're so lame, so weird, so below to even allow your child to be in these predicaments. I feel like that a real father or a real mother are going to do anything that they need to do or anything that they can do to provide a better home for their children, a better, situation, whatever the case may be, to try to get this shit understood, try to get this shit together, try to make sure that they can get in some type of environment that's a little bit better than being intense in the woods. Now, I do understand that a lot of people do go through things, they have hardships and stuff like that, but there are women and men shelters everywhere. Somebody can help you. You can reach out to some neighbors. They might not allow your ass to stay there, but they could potentially let your child stay there. And I feel like that's better than nothing, But yeah, like I said before, man, RIP to her. I want to send my condolences out to everybody who really had some true love for her. And I just hope that she get her justice in totality. Like I always say, man, these people should not be going to court. They shouldn't be dealing with no type of nothing but the penalties that they deserve. She should be able, he should be able to get the same exact treatment that she got before she lost her life. And I'm talking about times 10. Use tools, use utensils, do everything that you can do to this man. Make him feel what she feel, But that's all I got to say about this situation, man. I want to know your thoughts and opinions on this situation. And yeah, man, y'all hit the like button if you're rocking with the channel. If you made it to the end of this video, I really do appreciate y'all. We like family, you know what I'm saying? I really rock with y'all. And thank y'all for all the love and support that y'all show me, continuously. So yeah, that's all I want to say, man. And I will holler at y'all later on another video. All right.